Okay, I'm going to grab the cards again and ask about how do we best deal with the changes this administration is going to be bringing in, okay, when it comes to our life situation, etc. How do we best deal with that going forward? So let me get cards out. We're going to ruffle, shuffle, and see what they all have to say. How are we going to be able to best deal with what's coming? Okay, so this is about the brawler. We're dealing with the one with the lack of empathy, the one that wants to have confrontation. Didn't we get that yesterday? So I guess we have more information coming out on that. Okay. Something more we need to hear about that. So let's see what we have. About the brawler, the complete lack of empathy, the confrontation that we may feel with this administration going forward. So it's about sovereignty. Sovereignty. Sovereignty, playfulness, having sovereignty within yourself. Don't give away your power. In other words, you have a right to your own feelings, etc. Abundance. So be playful within yourself. Don't get too bogged down with it in seriousness that you wind up becoming having difficulties, okay? Playfulness when it comes to the White House, okay? So hold on to your own sovereignty. Know that he's going down the rabbit hole. We have the white rabbit there. The craziness. Look at what you have in abundance. And again, take care of your own home, your own things going forward, but also look at what's coming down from the White House. Some of the craziness that's happening, okay? And hold on to your own sovereignty. It's about embracing balance. So important to stay within balance. And sharing, okay? Things we've been talking about already. Embracing balance, sharing what you can share. Again, and understanding the cycles of this, the moon, the cycles. Again, staying open to higher things and awareness, empathy, etc. and see the phases and the craziness that Trump is trying to bring in, but don't lose your balance, okay? Don't lose the ability to continue to share with others, okay? Whatever you can share, whether it's a smile, a good word, just opening the door for somebody, okay? It's about the wishes, okay? The wishes, what's going on now. Yes, we all have wishes. We wish that it were different. We wish that, this were going away. We wish, we have a lot of wishes with it. Receptive, but looking out, being receptive to what's being seen, okay? Got a card here that doesn't belong here. It belongs with a different deck. I've just got to find that deck. Okay. Receptive. When you're looking inward at what's happening and it comes to control, wishing it were different, but looking inwards, being receptive to understanding control. And marriages. So what are you going to marriage to? Okay. Are you going to be in this place of, again, abundance, seeing what you have, being playful, embracing that, and again, holding on to being sovereign in yourself, bringing balance and sharing? Or are you going to be wishing, looking out, looking inwards about control? Okay. About controlling aspects. The things that you can control are keeping your balance, keeping your awareness, keeping your empathy, all of those things, okay? The challenge is this disillusion that you may be going through, okay? And the changes coming, disillusioned when it sees what Trump's trying to do, manipulations, etc., that you feel are taking place, maybe compromises that you feel that you may have had to make or feel that you may be having to make, looking at that. Yeah, just sitting with things. Are you having to make compromises about controlling things, okay? So look at that. What kind of compromises are you willing to make? Looking inward, is it worth it? And maybe you can make some compromises when it comes to what you see taking place. The outcome is abundance. And abundance of passion. So what is it you're passionate about? Okay. What is it that you're most passionate about? An abundance, bring in abundance of passion when it comes to adventure, when it comes to being willing to challenge yourself into something new, something different. Okay, bringing challenge. See it as an adventure that's part of your life. The long life, part of it is the adventure of moving forward, challenging yourself. Maybe you may have to make some compromises in a few things, okay? And look at what you're attempting to control. When you're outside looking in, and what are your wishes, what are your desires, what you're married to, look at what you're holding, okay? What are you resisting? What are you holding, okay? There's such a thing as trying to control too heavily, okay, that it has to be this way and it can't be any other way. You've got to learn to go with the flow. Again, be a little playful with things. see the abundance that you have, taking care of your household, and keeping in balance, being willing to share what you can share, being open, gathering and collecting these things together. Yes, the challenge is this disillusionment, that you wanted to have this change take place in a certain way, and it hasn't done that. So now maybe you're feeling compromised with things and you don't want to, okay? You were having this passionate ideation about what was going to happen, and it didn't happen that way. So again, I see some people lashing out because it didn't happen the way that they wanted it to, okay? But, the readers said this. Well, not all readers said the same thing. They just didn't, okay? So I see people that want to lump all readers together, okay? Now, the one that really struck me was yesterday I had somebody come in and said they don't trust any readers anymore. They only trust God. And I had to laugh at that because all I've been talking about on this channel is having trust and faith and going forward, and trusting the universe. But that was, oh God, no, I can't trust any readers anymore. I can only trust. Well, what are you trusting God then? What kind of trust are you placing anywhere? I don't see that as any kind of trust being placed anywhere. Okay? I see that a grousing that it didn't happen the way you thought it should happen, or they were, maybe they're preaching and talking about their highest. Now, I never said that Trump was not going to be sworn in. Go back and watch my videos. Don't lump me in with that, saying that a miracle's going to happen and Kamala's going to be sworn in instead. I never said that, okay? And all I try to give on this channel is the things to hold to faith. Hold on that it's going to happen in the right timing, all of these things. And we have free will on this planet, okay? Now you have to take that into consideration. Or do you want to think, God, that we're all little robots without any free will, and God is directing and controlling it? Well, it doesn't work that way, okay? So again, understand that we are sovereign within ourselves, within our belief systems, and you can either go down the rabbit hole into delusion, or you can stay in balance, look within, and grab onto your passion and continue to go forward, okay? So again, look at what you're marrying to. Are you marrying to this idea of maybe some things have to be compromised a little bit? You have to maybe make a little changes, maybe have to give a little bit, okay? Maybe let go of some things. And you can't control everything in life. If you try to control everything in life, when you're looking in and it's got to be the way that you wish and it's got to be the way, then you're going to be a very miserable person because it doesn't work that way, okay? Again, you have to have faith and go forward and go with the flow that's there and bring in some joy, bring in some playfulness, show what abundance you have, stay in balance, okay? And not get distracted by this disillusionment, and understand that life is a journey and see it as an adventure, and hold to your passions and to your abundances and continue to go forward. And that's the best we can do with this administration as it's coming in. And there may be some challenges around the corner with that, okay? I'm not saying that everything's going to be beautiful and magically change. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that they will not be there for long term. And that, again, it's up to us if we hold on to our sovereignty, if we embrace our wishes and understand disillusionment, but hold to your abundance, what you have, okay? Hold on to positivity going forward, rather than get yourself stuck in a lack of empathy and wanting to fight and brawl in that way and have confrontations, okay? You can do the confrontation as happened in that church, where she stood up and stood for truth. She spoke truth. It wasn't in a confrontational way. She spoke truth as truth is, okay? And you could see the looks on their faces as she was speaking truth. Of course, Trump again was then saying she should give him an apology for what? For speaking the truth of the light of genuine Christianity. This one that's trying to sell Bibles, yet he doesn't understand anything that's in it. Okay? I'm surprised he didn't stand up in the church and say, I've got Bibles around the corner for sale for you. Make sure you get yours. So anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. But this is how we deal with their administration, with the things coming out. Understand you are sovereign unto yourself. Hold on to your wishes, hold on to your desires, grab your passion, understand that life is an adventure, okay? And we have some things we have to navigate through that. But this too will pass. Bring in some playfulness, continue to share with others, and don't feel that you need to attempt to control everything so tight like this, because it gets you nowhere, okay? Now that's what we see Trump trying to do. He has to control everything and everyone around him, okay? So again, loosen up, take a breath, do something that brings you happiness, joy, to stay in balance. If you find you're getting out of balance with this and it's revving you up too much, take a day off. Turn off the TV. Don't watch any of those. Watch a comedy movie or do something that makes you happy and brings you back to balance, rather than negativity and attempting to control till you're like this, because again, that doesn't change anything. It doesn't make it better for anyone or anything going forward. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.